I don't think so much. I could be the gold, I don't need too much.
There's destruction of property happening. It's getting crazy. 11 seconds in. I like this inciting incident. Something that's out of the main character's control. Let's see how this develops. I'm liking this story already. Hi, my name is Jordan. I'm a professional music video editor for artists like these guys. Let's check out Babymonster Drip from an editing perspective, see what we can learn from this amazing music video. Wait who is this guy, bro? Did they kidnap the ice cream? That's gotta be the ice cream truck guy. They are breaking the law. And forget duct tape, bro. You just gotta stick a little mixtape in their mouth. They won't be able to say a word because of how fire the tracks are. Okay. The attitude is crazy. Editing wise, this is a typical YG video. Now they have a very distinct style. We have a lot of little zooms, a lot of little camera repositions, just like that. But right here, everything is a medium close-up, meaning it's not super close, kind of like this frame, about a medium close-up. And we are actually just cutting a bunch of them together, all center framed, and it creates a similar match cut. We have a point of interest, which is the middle of the frame, which kind of guides the viewer's eye in, and it's really helpful to just make it smooth to watch because you don't have to look all around the screen in between cuts. I really do love this section right here. We have very slight zoom outs in between every single like sort of match cut in the middle, but these slight zooms really help blend the shots together even more and emphasize those little Ooh, I like the film grain. That's very nice. Ooh, we got little reflectors. Dude, this guy. Bro's like, is this the mixtape that I'm listening to? It's fire. Now, here's a little mistake. I'm gonna be nitpicky. Obviously, this isn't a huge thing, but I do not like it when editors cut on a blink. So he starts blinking and then we cut to the next shot. That bothers me. It's a pet peeve of mine. Editors, let me know what you think, but if you cut on a blink, it's a no-go. The shot would be much stronger if we just ended on him staring. But bro, these reaction shots create comedy. You'll see reaction shots throughout this video. This video is not funny really at all unless you have reaction shots. Grandpa's bumping to it though. Like look at Gramps over here. Why is that little kid just standing there? I guess Grandpa was too good to not put this in there. And the guy looking match cuts perfectly back to the performance. Whoop. Nice. The sparkles, it's literally in the song sparkle sounds. So what are you gonna put in? A little bit of VFX sparkle in the hair. Feeling good, we're feeling magical. The vibes are high. We have magical sparkles. Ooh. It's so weird, bro. Okay, first of all, things I love. Number one, and it's gonna develop even more. I love some of these match cuts, some of the camera movement, delicious. What I don't like though, there's some weird cuts that I'm just like watching it every single time and I'm like, just move it over a little bit. Like, don't put that shot in there. It's just a little bit random. Like, I don't know. There's some cuts that just seem unnecessary and kind of ruin the vibe for me a little bit. Let me point a couple out. I really like this record scene. Love opening on the wide, that's great. Now we have these like, she's leaning in her ponytails. It seems like it's controlling her, but it feels like I wanna watch a little bit more of each shot. There's one or two extra shots that don't need to be there. Cause you can see in the first shot, her hair is like moving and then we cut to a shot where she clearly was just holding her hair and her hand is coming away from it. I see the idea that the editor was trying to do, like take the hair movement, ponytail whipping shots and just put them together. But you can tell the continuity just clearly doesn't match. And I think that is why I don't like this cut. Right there. but I get it. You could get away with it. Me personally, not my favorite. This part's sick though. So she's completely rotoscoped out and the background's a completely different shot. Now we have turbulent displace to try to just make the warbly effect in the background. We have some VFX papers flying around, just creating the scene about how magical the music actually is. If we look at the background, it gets a little bit more complicated. And they actually used a zoom lens to change the focal length. So right here, it's all normal, and then we have this crazy zoom right here where we zoom out. Now that zoom out creates a dolly zoom effect, which is this stretching effect, but I assume that they just zoomed out really quick on the background, but rotoscoped her out so she remains in the foreground, and that's how we get that crazy, just warbly stretching effect. Whew! That was a lot. It's tricky. Zoom out. And then the slow-mo when people are just losing their absolute marbles. Ooh! Fire. Absolute fire. All right. There was one cut though that really bothered me. Right there. We go up to this like little side angle, they're doing their arm thing, and then we go to the front and then right back to the side angle. Why did we do that? Why did we do that? Like the first part where we're on the side angle, the camera's like bouncing. We cut to this shot, still feeling great. Then we cut back to it, the camera's just static. Nothing's happening for a while. Ugh. It's just static. It feels weird. And then it kind of engages again. I just would not have cut to this one shot, cut to the front for a split second and cut right back to the same shot, or at least the same angle. I don't know if it's the same take. It bothers me. But the rest is so fire. Like this, so fire. Fire. Oh. The drip part is so good. Oh my goodness. They're putting hidden cuts all over the place. The entire strategy editorially for the drip part is try to find spots where the shots look similar so we can create as many match cuts as possible. So it kind of feels like one continuous shot, even though we can clearly tell it's not because we're changing locations. But sometimes you actually can't tell that there's really a cut because it's in the middle of a zoom. Here's one shot, and then when we zoom in again, this is a new shot. So right there, cutting on action, delicious. And then you can tell right here, they're actually changing formation. So lots of times when we cut away from dancing as editors, it's when they're changing formation. So what do? Let's cut to our main boy in the beginning, doing his little dance, and then match cut his dance back into the choreo. And boom, and we cut to a close-up, and then cut just a little bit to a wide. This feels like one continuous zoom, but there's actually a cut. Just zooming between the two shots. Oh, it's so good. Editors, have you ever had to use temp VO in one of your edits? I have, and listening to my voice is my favorite activity to do over and over every day. I love the sound of my voice. Especially when in your edit, the voice should be a woman, but you know, I'm not that guy. I'm just the editor. That's a guy. So I am that guy. But check this out. I just found a really cool problem solved for this issue. Motion Array's new AI feature allows us to take text and turn it into a professional voiceover.
Let's blast off into another adventure.
They see AI voiceover as a resource to help editors and creators and not a replacement for human talent, which is why I like to use it for temp voiceover in my edits. They're also committed to using this technology ethically with fair compensation for all the voiceover actors that they work with. It's really cool. Let me show you how it works. They have a ton of different voices to choose from.
Once upon a time, in a tiny village that was just too quaint.
I can find my favorite one, put in some text, and click generate.
Today, I joined Babymonster. My hair is now a disco ball. My cat thinks she's my backup dancer.
That's crazy. You can also adjust the speed, which I think I'm gonna slow it down a little bit, and the emotion, and I'm gonna make it a little bit more surprised. Now check this out.
Today, I joined Babymonster. My hair is now a disco ball. My cat thinks she's my backup dancer. And I'm totally regretting this life choice. Send help.
That sounds so natural. That's crazy. This allows me to get a really, really good first pass out of voiceover to impress the client and help guide who they might be looking for when they're getting their actual voiceover done. Plus, your voiceover is covered by a great motion array license if you want to use it. There are tons of plans to fit your needs, so just head to motionarray.com to get started now. Reaction shot. Yes! So she's just popping off. One really quick tip here that they use is to try to blend two shots together, they add motion blurs. We're going from this shot to this shot, and all we do is just add a little vertical directional blur between the two, and it just kind of helps blend them together really quick and creates a little more chaos, because motion blur insinuates chaos. The whip pan to the director is just like, you are not saying the words on this teleprompter, bro. Ace is just popping. More reactionary moments. He just gave her a little bit of a... As he's getting arrested for listening to this fire mixtape that's causing a riot. Editorially, we have a lot of just really fast cuts in medium close-ups for no reason, as per YG's style. And then also per YG's style, we have some white frames, apart from this little push transition, which is fun because it's like, it's as if it's a newscast, so you use cheesy transitions. Super fun. But right here, yeah, white frames. Maybe to insinuate camera flashes, or it just makes it seem more chaotic. And then we also have some tracking right here for a split second. We're kind of stabilizing the camera to her face, either by repositioning it or adding like a warp stabilizer. We're adding some slight zooms, but that weirdness that you feel when you're watching it is that tracking effect, just for about a second right here. Right there. And everything else is just pretty much normal. Oh, this is so cool. I literally just talked about this in the XG reaction that I did. It's a simple transition. It's in my course, actually, the editing formula. You just take images of the previous shot and then you just animate them in. So you animate her rotoscoped out ahead of time, and then you animate in the background, start it playing, and then you're good to go. But usually you'd like to do the subject first. Ooh. That was the smoothest cut I like ever did see, bro. So you see, I'm having problems with some cuts here, and that's just my opinion, no hate. But that was one of the best cuts I've ever seen. That was the smoothest match cut in the history of match cuts, bro. You gotta watch it again. It's beautiful. Ooh! That billboard looks good. Ooh! This is a pre-chorus. This is the calm before the storm. So right here we have a clear frame, beautiful, where we don't see a subject at the beginning, and the shot is slowly moving. There isn't a ton of camera movement, and we have longer shots. Now this is very creative. I love this. We've all seen those billboards where like the head or it's one part of it is kind of protruding outside the billboard to give it a 3D effect. When I look at these stills too, like it looks as if it's a billboard. Like it doesn't look like VFX. Shout out to VFX on this one, they did a really good job. And then this transition. Incredible. It seems like they just tried to set up a match cut where we have a clear frame and then we rack focus to her putting on headphones in one location. And then you can tell that they used VFX to try to just blend it together because it wasn't quite perfect. As the truck goes by, we reveal the background of another location. So the truck is the first shot, and then we morph into the other shot right here. I wonder if this is a train. Kind of looks like this is a train that goes by at the subway. I don't know. We have a vehicle in the background moving either way, and we use lots of blur to try to just blend them together. Oof. And paper flyers, like VFX paper flying around, looks so good. Oh, the choruses are really good. The downbeat cut here was a little bit late, but let's watch it again. Tell me what you think. right here on this downbeat cut. That cut. But the way that the editing matched the choreography was perfect. Okay, match cut between two different locations on the ba, and then go to the fisheye lens right here for that ba-da-da, and just do a quick match cut between them. Camera shakes right here, that adds a lot of intensity. Little dolly zoom. Bro, they are eating! Bro, they didn't have any ideas for the bridge. They didn't. I mean, it looks great. I will say, it looks awesome. But it's just kind of funny. Just all solo freestyle dance shots. That is fire! That is so good. On the high note, she's literally flying. I mean, of course, if you're gonna have a flying shot, you gotta have a little foot leaving the ground shot, just to really show the audience, like, well, I'm actually flying. This is for real. Now, here's my one note. I wish they had an even wider shot. Every time that the note gets higher, we show her higher up, and then she goes to a higher note here, but we don't show it. We stay on the shot. And I really wish we had like her in space, just crazy high. So I feel like we just get sold short. Like the idea is perfect, but I want even bigger right here. But instead we just show a cassette tape falling, which it's a cool VFX shot, but I just want to see her crazy high. Just like, ooh. Yeah, oh well. Oh, that was dirty. Also, shout out to YG for making this Babymonster video. Shout out to making it original. I know that was something that I've been critical of in the past, but I think this is awesome. One other thing I want to just talk about briefly is watch this chorus. Usually you show the wide of the dance at the downbeat of the chorus. But every single chorus so far, they've shown the wide right before the chorus starts, right before the downbeat, and then they cut to like a medium right on that downbeat as the dance starts. But it's interesting. That's like kind of the complete opposite of what people normally do. We show the wide before it even starts and then cut in. Interesting. I don't know if I like it so much, but I do like that they broke the rules a little bit. Interesting last shot. Again, breaking the rules. Thanks for liking and subscribing. I hope you learned something. If you want to learn to become a pro editor, check out the link in the description. God bless you. Peace.